Hey everybody, Stayte here. Today we're going to be talking about Booleans. So let's jump right into the code and get started. I'm going to go ahead and open up Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to create a new file. I'm just going to go ahead and save this file here on my desktop. I'm going to call it boolean.py. Now, to start off with, what is a Boolean? Well, a Boolean is whether or not something is true or false. So to do that, we'll create a variable, and we'll call this test1, and we'll set this equal to true. And then we can create another variable called test2, and we can set this equal to false. And boom, right there, there's a Boolean. But why would this be useful? Well, this can be useful for many cases, whether or not you're trying to test conditions, or you're trying to set up things like a loop. Later on, we'll go into things like conditions where you do if and else clauses, or switches, or even loops such as a while loop or a for loop and stuff like that. Now, as simple as this video is, Booleans are very useful and very easy. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens when we print out a Boolean variable. So we're going to print out test1, and then we're going to print out test2. Go ahead and go to the debugger tab, click run, and click play. And you can see it literally prints out true or false. Now we can test if these are equal to each other. So we could say print, and then here we can say, this is where we're going to do a conditional such as an if block. So we can say if test1 is equal to, so we use two equal signs, and we can say true. We're going to print they are equal. And again, right below there, we can do else, print they are not equal. So if you think about this, test1 is equal to true. So as you can see, it's equal to true. So it should print out they are equal. Now, why am I using two of these equal signs? Well, this is how you test a condition. So while here, you're assigning a value to the variable, and the variables of data type Boolean, down below, you can see we're testing if they're equal to each other. In Visual Studio Code, you also get the option to hover over things. That way you can actually see additional information if you're wondering why those boxes are coming up. But that's what that is. So if we go ahead and run this code here and click play, it should say they are equal. Now, what happens if we change this from test1 to test2 and we go ahead and click run? We should get a different result. That is because false is not equal to true. So this right here, guys, is what Booleans are. It's simply just whether or not something is true or false. And you can use this in various ways. And later on in the course, we're going to get into more in depth of how this can be useful and how this can apply. But thank you for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw a comment in the comment section down below. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.